So let's talk about dark energy on the feminine. And I've seen a wrathful anger, perhaps we spoke about it earlier, maybe talked a little bit with jealousy, with I'm not getting enough. There seems to be a personal rage at it. The next level seems to be is like, well, let's kind of tamp that stuff down and let's talk softly. Let's have some light and some love and some forgiveness. I can see where that would diminish your energy level. So how could you take that energy of I'm going to kill you if you look at a man wrong and turn it into, past the niceness and into something that is serving? Right? Do you understand what I'm asking?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So in the specific example that you gave, right? So, in my mind, so energy is just energy. There is no good, there is no bad. It's energy. It's all energy. And to say that something is bad in the purest energetic sense or good in the purest energetic sense, it's nonsensical, really. So what happens is, again, we as humans, we apply layers to it. We apply distortions to it. We apply experience to it. We apply culture to it. So, in one example, the example that you provided, so, as a woman, I enjoy another man's energy, and, my man looks at me like, and says, don't ever fucking do that again. Well, okay, if we deconstruct that, there's a pure essence underneath it, which is that masculine claiming my feminine, saying, you're mine, and doing it in a playful, beautiful way. There's heart, and if your man's saying that and there's not heart, then we're gonna put that aside. But then we start to put the layers on it of okay, what kind of way did that have to move through that man's body in order for it to make it out of his mouth, and what kind of distortion and layers were applied to that, right? So it became out much less graceful than the pure essence of his heart, which is, I claim you, I see you, you're mine. And it came out as something rather ugly because it had to move in a certain way that's not a muscle that man has perhaps worked before. And so it came out in this really terrible way. So to be able to, in a pure essence, say to your woman, I claim you, as she kind of gazes at another man, that's a dance. That's a playful, beautiful dance versus, having it spew out because that man doesn't know how else to get it out of his body and he's feeling hurt.
Well, I also think the feminine loves to test their masculine. And I think that's a really important thing that the men need to understand, that I want to test to see how strong my man is in his center. And I want to be drop dead gorgeous, and I want to be seen. And I want him to have such a solid center that he allows me to be that radiant light as big as I am and not feel threatened. And then should I get a little out of control, that he says, he does just like Jennie said, it's like, oh yeah, but you're mine. And it's like he pulls me close to him in a really not insecure way, not like a scared little boy way, but in a claiming way that then all the men know, whoa, she's got this incredibly strong man. I want the strongest man in the space to claim me. I want the man with the strongest claim, the strongest heart, the strongest amount of power and confidence to claim me, and that is very, very sexy to me.